Welcome to a new episode of Norway Perspectives, a channel created by Norway Relocation Group to help newcomers, professionals, students, and families build a confident and successful life in Norway by showing you not just what to do, but what happens if you don't. In today's episode, we're addressing something that doesn't get talked about often enough: the real cost of mistakes when you move to Norway. Because Norway is a well-functioning society. It's digital, organized, and highly structured. But it's also built on expectations that you will figure things out, read the information, follow the rules, and take action without reminders. No one follows up with a phone call. There's no welcome desk at the commune. And the systems don't stop just because you didn't understand a message or because no one explained the procedure in English. So today, we're going to talk about what really happens when newcomers don't know the rules. When they delay a registration, sign a contract they can't read, miss a digital invoice, or believe English is enough in a country that officially runs in Norwegian. We'll explore these moments in depth, not to create fear, but to create awareness. Because once you know what to expect, you can act early, ask for help, and build a life in Norway that's not just possible, but stable, predictable, and empowering. And when you need support, Norway Relocation Group is here to guide you through the systems. And NLS Norwegian Language School is here to help you speak the language that opens doors and helps you understand what's written on them. Let's begin with the very first mistake people make, often before they even unpack their suitcases. Mistake 1: not registering correctly with Norwegian authorities and losing access to everything. When you arrive in Norway, you must register. But there is no one-size-fits-all process. It depends on your nationality, your visa or residence status, whether you're working, studying, or joining family, how long you plan to stay, and where in Norway you're living. There are 3 core systems you need to enter: the Norwegian Population Register, the Tax Office, Skatteetaten, and for some, the police, for residence card registration or approval. If you delay your registration, you delay everything else. No personal ID number? Then, you can't open a bank account. You can't receive your salary. You can't register with a doctor. You can't get a DigiPost mailbox. You can't log into Altinn to complete your tax return. You can't get a loan, apply for child benefit, or sign a mobile contract. We've helped clients who waited over 5 months for their D number, simply because their lease agreement wasn't accepted by the tax office. In that time, they couldn't receive their salary and had to rely on international transfers, with high fees and banking limits. At Norway Relocation Group, we guide you through the exact documents and appointments you need, whether you're an EU citizen starting a job, a non-EU family member, or an entrepreneur with a new business. Mistake 2: signing a legal contract in Norwegian and misunderstanding what it says. Let's talk about rental contracts. In Norway, most leases are standardized, but they're written in formal legal Norwegian. That's not the kind of language you'll find on Duolingo. If you don't read it, and your landlord doesn't translate it fully, you could be agreeing to terms that lock you in financially or legally. We've seen newcomers sign 12-month fixed contracts that can't be broken early. Agreements that allow rent increases without notice. Clauses that transfer maintenance responsibility to the tenant, even for appliances and infrastructure. Deposit agreements where the money is transferred illegally to the landlord's personal account. And once you've signed it, it's binding. Norwegian contract law assumes you understood what you signed. You can't argue, "But I didn't speak Norwegian 6 months later." This doesn't just apply to housing. Gym memberships, phone plans, internet subscriptions, and insurance policies all operate under this same assumption. That's why Norway Relocation Group offers contract review services in English before you sign. And why NLS Norwegian Language School offers practical modules that teach students how to read legal and housing terms in Norwegian, so you can navigate these decisions with clarity, not confusion. Mistake 3: not checking DigiPost or eBox and missing legally binding communication. Norway no longer runs on paper. Your digital post box is your official address. Once you're registered and your DigiPost is active, most public authorities will send messages only there. This includes letters from your commune about school, waste, water, and local fees. Tax decisions from Skattetaten, doctor appointments and lab results from hospitals, benefits approvals or rejections from NAV, even changes to your address registration or case status. If you don't log in and check, you miss it. There are no second warnings. We've worked with clients who lost kindergarten placements for their child because they didn't respond in time to a placement letter. Others who had their parental leave denied because they missed a request from NAV for additional documentation. DigiPost messages are in Norwegian. They don't come with explanations. They don't say urgent in red. And yet, the system considers them legally delivered. At Norway Relocation Group, we help you activate, monitor, and interpret DigiPost, week by week, if necessary. And at NLS, we help you read them, confidently and independently, using real examples in our courses. Mistake 4. Ignoring digital invoices and ending up in collections. In Norway, bills come quietly, and the consequences for ignoring them come quickly. Let's say you get a digital invoice from your mobile provider. You missed the due date. Maybe you didn't recognize it, or you thought it was a promotional email. 7 days later, you get a purring, a reminder, with a late fee. You ignore that too. Then comes incasso, the collections process. Now your bill has tripled, and you've damaged your credit history in Norway. This can happen with parking fines, doctor appointments you missed, rent, internet bills, school payments, utility fees. We've seen newcomers get collection letters in Norwegian and not even realize what they were until months later when their loan was rejected or their salary was garnished. At Norway Relocation Group, we offer bill review and payment support. And at NLS, we help you learn the financial vocabulary that shows up on every Norwegian invoice, so you never miss a deadline again. Mistake 5. Not filing a correct tax return and facing back payments or lost refunds. Norway's tax system is automated, but not automatic. You receive a pre-filled tax return every spring, and it's your responsibility to log into Altinn, review the return, make any corrections, submit it by the deadline. If your information is incorrect and you don't fix it, you're still responsible. If you had freelance income, foreign income, rental income, or multiple employers, you must report it. If you've had costs like childcare, a student loan, or a long work commute, you might be entitled to deductions. And if you ignore your return altogether, you may face late filing penalties, or worse, tax reassessments with interest. We've worked with clients who lost tens of thousands of kroner in tax refunds over several years, simply because they thought, if everything's fine, I don't need to do anything. At Norway Relocation Group, we help clients review and submit their tax return with confidence. At NLS, we help you understand terms like skattekort, skattemelding, fradrag, oppgaveplikt, and skatteoppgjør, so you know what you're reading and what you're agreeing to. Mistake 6. Thinking English is enough in a system that runs on Norwegian. Yes, people speak English here, but government websites? Norwegian. School notices? Norwegian. Rental contracts? Norwegian. Invoices, tax messages, medical records, job listings, sick leave forms, public announcements, all in Norwegian. You can survive with English, but to thrive, you need Norwegian. Not perfect Norwegian, just functional Norwegian. Enough to read a bus sign, understand an insurance renewal, respond to a landlord's message, call the commune, check in at your doctor's office. At NLS Norwegian Language School, we don't teach abstract grammar. We teach Norwegian for life, the kind that's used in real conversations, forms, screens, and systems. And at Norway Relocation Group, we make sure that your transition is not just legal, but successful. Final reflections. Norway offers safety, stability, and quality of life, but it expects you to keep up. The system is efficient, but not forgiving. It trusts that you'll read, that you'll act, that you'll learn. The mistakes we've described in this episode, they're real. We've seen them. We've helped fix them. But the truth is, They're avoidable. You don't need to get a bill sent to collections. You don't need to lose access to your benefits. You don't need to live in Norway for 5 years and still not understand your mail. Let Norway Relocation Group help you do it right, the first time. Let NLS Norwegian Language School help you build the skills that give you control over your own life in Norway. Thanks for watching Norway Perspectives. If you've made one of these mistakes, you're not alone. But you don't have to make them again. Like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone building their life in Norway. And we'll see you in the next one.